So you want to be the avatar? Well, I can help with that. Welcome to the Comprehensive Korra Guide, where we'll be discussing all things Korra, of course. This is my first guide, so you gotta bear with me on a couple aspects, but we're gonna test some things out, and above all, we're gonna make sure you have the knowledge, so salute to you. We're gonna be using numerical annotations, and we're gonna have a graphic for that right now. For all my people who aren't familiar with it, we gotta get you familiar, get you hip. We're also gonna be using A, B, C, F for our terminology on the buttons. A, light, B, medium, C, heavy, F, flow. Probably gonna hear me mix up both of them, but you get the gist of it. Same thing either way. But without further ado, let's get into it. Quick overview of Korra. Korra is an exceptional character. She is a true all-arounder. She has everything you could think of. Great normals, great damage, a DP, a command grab, projectile, just the whole nine. And she does have some nuances with all these things. Like, you have options to deal with a lot of this stuff, but all in all, you can still never go wrong with this character. She is very versatile and she will get the job done. And most importantly, she's a very fun character. So, as long as you find a character you're having fun with, I think that's the most important thing. So let's jump into these normals. All right, so all of her normals are great, right? Just want to give a quick summary of how you would use these normals. She doesn't have stubby normals, so please use them to poke. Play neutral, own the space that you're in, make people respect you, check the dashes, all type of stuff. You have the ability to do everything. Also, her standing normals, you can anti-air with them. Her 2M has the ability to anti-air, but it's not the most consistent thing. And she does have a dedicated anti-air button, in which we're going to talk about, but just know you have a lot of play styles available with your normals. All right, so the lights, 5A, 2A, both are very solid. Both are 6-frame startups, so you're going to be able to punish, challenge, check dashes, all that type of stuff with these moves. 5A, standard jab, has good range though. It's going to let you do what you need to do with it. 2A is a longer range poke, and you get 2 hits, hit confirm both of these moves into combos and just go crazy. And again, it's going to let you stagger, all types of stuff. They're very solid moves. So 5A has a follow-up. You just press A again, get this second punch, and this move is incredible. Look at the range on this. It is absolutely crazy. Has the auto combo tracking properties. If you play like a game like Dragon Ball, you know how that goes. So it will auto correct. And I just use this move so much. If you watch my gameplay, like, I'm applying pressure with this, I'm chasing tech rolls, all types of things. So definitely don't be afraid to use that at all. Now let's talk about one of her guide buttons, 5M. This move is absolutely absurd. It's going to get you a lot of mileage in the game. 9-frame startup. You see the range on this. You get to like shimmy. You get to just poke. You can anti-air again with all of these type of standard normals. It's just one of the best moves in her kit. This move does so many different things in a match. It is going to elevate your gameplay and take you to the next level. When you understand when and where to use this move consistently, it's a problem. Now let's talk about her demigod button, 2M. 8-frame startup, very, very nice low. Now, if this was just a little bit farther light toss, it'd be the god button. But for what it is though, it's still incredible. This is just a beautiful poke. You get to challenge like down flow 2F. So 5C, very, very good heavy. As you can tell, it has great range on it. 13-frame startup, and people are going to get hit by this move when they are not expecting it. It is a very, very good normal, and it is going to net you some good damage in the future. Now, also on counter hit, you get a combo. Note that. Now we have 2C. This is our anti-air. This is going to changed the game for us in a lot of ways. People are not going to be jumping in on us for free because we're going to anti-air them. Now, it does have 15 frame startup, so you do have to be mindful of when you actually do this. In a lot of cases against certain characters, it's going to be more preemptive than it is reactive, but you're going to be able to get some nasty things from this anti-air. So please use it. Don't let these people jump in on you for free. We get a combo from it. Now, something to be mindful of is when dealing with characters who have like air dashes and different things like that, or people who are going to do the jump in like lower to the ground. If you try to react to it, you're going to get hit. This move does not just have instant upper body invulnerability. So the lower it is, the more likely it is you're going to get hit. Like, the startup is crazy. So you have to just be mindful of that. Pick your spots. Again, sometimes it's going to be more preemptive than it is reactionary, but all in all, still use your anti-air. We also have 6C, which is this nice rock pillar. 20 frame startup. It's one of those moves where it's like outside of combo, you're really not using it. Like, there are some cases in which you can use it in neutral, but it's not consistent enough to really justify it. The hit does make sense if you get it, like it is worth it, but just in the grand scheme of things, it's just not consistent enough. So I would not recommend doing that in neutral. Also on block, I haven't tested this with other characters, but it's -7. Korra can flow reversal and punish it, so take heed of that. Other characters have that potential, but I've only tested it with Korra personally, so just be mindful of that. Also on block, you cannot special cancel the move, so it's not the greatest to use outside of combo. So a very interesting move that Korra has in her kit is her 4C. This is probably the most underutilized move in her entire kit, and I'm saying that from a personal level. Like, I watched all the Korras, I played the Korras, I play Korra. That move does not get used often. It's interesting though because it has follow-ups, so you can press light, medium, heavy out of it. This is the light version, this is the medium, this is the heavy. Now on hit, you get this. These are all options. Now what's cool about this is you can get a combo. So there are setups and stuff in which you can use all this, but it's still not the best move. Also out of it, you can press flow and you'll get this little launch dash, right? We can press the buttons out of that, get some scenarios going, but again, it's still not the greatest tool. I think the best mechanic out of this move is you can actually just jump off of this. So you can set up some interesting things, but all in all, it's not the greatest move. You see the startup is 36 frames. It's kind of crazy. And I know people will probably see this pillar and think like you can do the same thing that Toph can do with her pillar. Like, when people get knocked down, you throw this up and then they can't roll through it. Incorrect. They are rolling through this every time. That's why this isn't like the greatest thing. It's kind of whatever, but we can get some options out of this. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to implement it, you can. It is actually decent in some block strings to deal with some anti-core attack, but to each his own. I would recommend you to try to figure out how you can use that move, because you may put me on and I would appreciate that. So let's cook up. Jump normals. We have jump A, JA, regular stuff, 6 frame startup. If you actually hit 7, 8, or 9, you get this straight version, but it's really not necessary to switch it up and do either. You can really just get away with doing JA. Your main purpose with that is just to either do combos, like use it in combo, or just to try to check in the air, like make people respect you, show them that you can control the airspace, and just challenge them, get the hit, and you can confirm off of that. So very solid, regular, standard-ish. So let's look at one of her demigod buttons or god buttons, depending on who you ask. It's the jump in, JM. This is a very, very good move. This is a cross up as well. Like, this move has 9-frame startup. It's just one of them ones. Like, you're going to be using this quite often. It's going to let you pressure. You're going to be able to chase the tech roll, all types of things because of the properties of this move. The hitbox is very solid, and you're going to be able to challenge in the air very effectively with it. It also is special cancelable, and we'll talk about the special later. Now, all right, so let's talk about one of her certified god buttons, the jump heavy. This move is absolutely ridiculous. The range on it is incredible. You have options out of this, like you can special cancel out of this, so you can deal with certain anti-airs like a Toph or a Kyoshi who have armor on their anti-airs. And it's one of the things, like, you see how low I'm hitting, like it knocks you back just off landing, so you can just immediately start walking back and create even more space or do something like that. But yeah, it is such a good move. You're going to control so much space. People are going to get hit when they're not expecting to get hit. It's just one of them ones. So definitely use it. You got to be mindful when you're in the air. Don't go crazy with jumping, but just know when you do jump, you have one of the greatest options in the game. It also has this up version if you just hold 7, 8, or 9, or press 7, 8, or 9 and heavy. You get this kick. You're not really using this in neutral. If you do, hey, kudos to you, because I can't justify this. But in combo, this is a very, very good move to include into your combos, and we'll discuss it and you'll see why later. Special moves. Let's start it off with 236. We're going to talk about the A version and the B version since they're pretty much the same thing, just some small differences. Now, the A version, nice little projectile, 12-frame startup. The B version, longer range, more recovery on it, but 18-frame startup, and we get some more range, so not bad. Now, both of these moves have follow-ups. They have the same follow-ups, but they both have follow-ups. So if you press A, B, or C after, you get some more moves. Now let's press A. We get some more projectiles. Now projectiles can go full screen. You see we got some zoning and stuff like that we can do. Now this isn't the best zoning or anything like that, so you got to be mindful of certain things, and you're not going to be trading projectiles and trying to outzone like a Zuko or something like that. It's just not going to happen. So let's look at the B follow-up. Very solid move. This is a combo ender for you. As you can tell, it sends you flying across the screen. You're going to get closer to the corner. Korra excels at putting people in the corner, so this is a move that is definitely going to help with that. Now on block though, do not do this move. It is -8. You're going to get punished every single time, and it is going to hurt, I promise you. Please don't do that. But overall, good combo ender. Now we have our C follow-up. Pretty cool looking move, right? What's dope about this is an overhead, and it's +3. So in the corner, because this move will push you back in neutral, we can frame trap with 2M. So we get some nice little things off of that. Now on hit, this happens in the corner as well. There are instances where you can do it mid-screen, but it's a little bit more sweaty. Now you hit them and they get frozen in ice for a little bit. And that's pretty cool. If people recover out of that, do different things, you can chase that, do different follow-up stuff like that. But that tech is out there. I'm sure you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, we got you. So 236C is another projectile. It's decent. It's not bad and it's not good. Like, I feel like it is in the middle ground. It is leaning more towards good than bad, but it's still not the greatest thing to me. Like, it has 22 frame startup. What's cool about it is when you throw out the projectile, it can eat up to 2 projectiles, so it can absorb up to 2 hits of a projectile. So it's pretty decent. It has some more uses later down the line with some other things, but for the most part, it's kind of whatever. I would just say to like kind of sprinkle it in here and there. Don't try to just spam this all day. Like, it's not gonna work for you, but definitely sprinkle it in. All right, so let's talk about 214. We're gonna focus on the A version and the B versions first. So the A version looks like this. The B version looks like this. Very solid tools. They allow you to control space and challenge people in certain spaces. Like in Azula or Azir, they're going to be in the air very often, and you need these moves to make them respect you. And just overall, they are very, very good. Like the light version is only -5 on block, so you'll be able to set up some things with that. We'll go into that a little bit later. And then this version, the medium version, is -7 on block, so just be mindful of that when you are using these in block strings. And you see the arc on this move. Like if you do something like this in block, this is cool, but if you do something like this, it's ugly. Like you're going over them and you're getting full punished. So just be mindful of that. Now, what's cool about these moves is you can actually hold the button down and charge them. And what do we get when we do that? We get this beautiful move, and that is actually +2 on block. Both versions are +2. What's cool about them though is if you hold it down, you see that little spark that comes up? That has a hitbox. And the B version has a bigger hitbox. So you're going to actually get a lot of hits with this move where people think they dodged it, but in reality, they didn't fully dodge the move. So definitely use it, and definitely use it to control space as well. This is beautiful. And if we noticed from earlier, we actually get a combo from this. So if somebody does get hit, it's go time. Now 214C, let's just look at it. That move looks quite interesting. What is that? That is what some people call a dragon punch, or a shoryuken, or an invincible reversal. So this move is going to be your everything for a little bit. Like you're gonna anti-air with this, you're gonna like blow up the fake block strings and just everything. Like this move is so good. Now you have to be mindful of it though. It's obviously a dragon punch, so if they block it, it's extremely negative. If you whiff it, it's extremely negative. Also, this move does not hit crouching. So a lot of times people will knock you down, and you may want to wake up with your invincible reversal to get them off you. They will light on your wake up, and you'll just fly right over them, and then you get full combo punished, big damage, and you lose your life bar. So you have to be very mindful of when to use this move. But all in all, it's still a DP. Don't be afraid to use this move. Don't let people just jump in on you. Don't let people just go crazy on you just because. Like, make them respect you. All right, so let's look at J214. A version, B version, very similar to like the ground versions. You're going to be using it as a combo ender, like good damage, lets you get some things. So solid move, right? Now what's interesting about that move though is you can tiger knee it. Well, what's a tiger knee? A tiger knee, when we have an air special move, if we input the move while we're on the ground, 214, and we press up at the end of it, we get something like this. And that allows us to do a tiger knee J214A, which is an instant overhead. And this move will open people up. It is a move that I recommend you implement into your gameplay for sure. It is extremely good. If you've watched like the videos leading up to the release of Avatar, you've seen them discuss the tiger knee. Like, this is definitely imperative. Like, please use this in your gameplay. I know tiger knees are a harder technique when you are a beginner, but the more reps you get in, the more practice you do of it, you'll be able to get it. I believe in you, so you'll be able to get it for sure. Trust me. Just keep at it, just keep working, keep grinding, and it's gonna pay off for you for sure. You can tiger knee the B version as well. If I could do it, there we go. But you know, you're pretty much using the A version to just go straight into the move version. Now, you see we get this nice little pop-up, and if you've noticed, these are all the same follow-ups as our 4C. You know, good vibes. So if we do this, we get a combo from it. So definitely use that. You're pretty much going to be using that in combo mainly, but there are some scenarios and different things like that. Like, you could jump in on somebody and just change up your timing so they can't anti-air you, and you'll get this. So definitely use it, but find the space in which you need to use that move. Now, I saved these for last because they operate differently than the other special moves. So as you could tell, we've been pressing ABC, light, medium, heavy to do our special moves, right? In this case, Korra actually has two moves in which she presses the flow button. And on the ground, it is 2-3-6 flow, which is our command grab. Our beautiful command grab. Now, in order to do the command grab, you need to have at least 2 chakra points. And if you don't have it, you will not be able to do this move. And this move allows us to combo off of it. So, a very nice addition to our gameplay. Having a command grab is very strong, and especially on a character like Korra who can do so much. So having that command grab adds another dimension to our gameplay. And if we look at the opponent, that actually takes a full bar of their flow meter, so we can burn people out with the command grab. So be mindful of that and definitely implement that. It is a tool that I'm noticing not a lot of Korra players use consistently enough. They use it, but it's not consistent enough. But it is one of those tools that just, it elevates her gameplay to another level. So definitely implement it into your gameplay. It is a necessity, in my opinion. Then we also have J214 flow. Very solid move. This is going to be one of your combo extenders. As you can tell, it takes 2 chakra points. You have to be mindful of it. You don't want to just waste all your meter doing this, or just overly spending on certain combos, because they can get costly trying to just loop that and etc. But just be mindful of it. You can do something like this, and the combos definitely get more advanced, but that's just a little teaser of what is possible with that move. So I wanted to say this for its own section because Korra has a unique mechanic called Avatar Path Techniques, and it allows her to have follow-ups on all of her EX moves. So let's look at 236 EX. Good projectile, right? Now, if we press the button again, or 2 buttons again, we throw all the elements at them. Very strong. It's good to deal with zoners. It'll allow you to hit them and then start closing in on the space. And also, it's very good to end a round. Like, very strong. The chip damage on that is nice, to say the least. You actually can combo from this move as well. And yeah, so let's talk about 214 EX. Now, if you remember, our DP does not hit crouching. But if we EX, this move will hit crouching. This is our true reversal. You got to spend the meter, obviously, but it's worth it in some scenarios to spend that meter. Get these people off of you. Make them respect you. Now, the follow-up for it, I personally don't believe in a follow-up during combo most of the time, because I feel like it just doesn't kill. Unless you like know it's for sure going to kill, I probably wouldn't recommend doing it, but that's just me personally. Now we got J214 EX. solid ender. You have to be mindful of this though, because you can cancel this early and you will not get the max damage from it. So definitely don't cancel it early. Make sure you hold it for a little bit and get that damage. Let's talk about flow movement. Korra has very strong flow movement. I don't think it's the best in the game, but it is extremely strong. Once she gets to moving around and going crazy on her opponent, it gets treacherous for him. Trust me. And just rule of thumb, everybody in the game can cancel their flow moves into each other, so start mixing it up, adding it in, and just getting the movement together. Once people can't catch you and you start closing in at certain ranges and all types of stuff, it gets ugly. But let's look at it. Got forward flow. Nice little run. Got the Naruto run. Just we close in on space. It's very good, to say the least. It's very good. We got our back flow. You know, nice space creator. Get away from the opponent. Get out of situations, and you know we could just start zoning. Whatever. Reset neutral. Whatever we got to do. Out of back flow, we can press it again and get this little hop, right? Create even more space. Now, if we press flow while we're in the air, we get this air dash. We love our air dash. Press buttons, do specials, all types of stuff. So we love it. Then we got down flow. This move is so good. I think it's one of the better 2Fs in the game, just because you close in the space and you can actually just get punishes that other characters cannot get. It is so good. Like, you're going to be using it so often. Once you actually understand where to flow against people, once you use this, it gets ugly for them. Trust me. Now, what's cool about Korra is some of her flow moves actually have follow-ups to them. And if we do forward flow and press C, we get this missile drop kick, right? And we can combo off of it, which is nasty. And if we do 2F and hit C, we get this combo off of it, which is nasty. So as you play Korra, definitely just keep working on your movement. Try to figure out different angles. Try to work on your ins and outs. And definitely don't be stiff, because this character excels from playing in every space. So definitely just keep working on different things, and it's all going to come together for you quicker than you may think. So let's talk about critical hits in general, and then what Korra's critical hits are. So in general, critical hits are specific things that you have to do during a match in order to get various rewards, whether that is a combo, a chakra point, or like flow meter, etc. So Korra, for example, if she gets the first hit of a match, doesn't get hit, or she doesn't block, she gets a chakra point. If she does ignition step into a DP outside of a combo, she gets a chakra point. Now, you saw me gain 2 chakra points right there. If you do a special move, no matter who you are, if you hit somebody with a special move for the first time within a combo, you gain a chakra point. So let's continue. Now, she lands the drop kick for the first time within a round. It gets a higher wall bounce, and she gets a chakra point. Now, note that if you do a raw drop kick again, or just a drop kick in general, you can combo off of it still. It's just the wall bounce isn't higher. If you do it raw, you do gain a chakra point, but it's because it counts as a special move, and we know all special moves, first time during the combo or just getting hit, gives you a chakra point. So if she completes the avatar cycle for the first time within a round, instead of getting a chakra point, she gains 25% flow meter back. So she can do combos like this and be right back at half her bar. And this is our last critical hit. If we command grab somebody while they're flowing, we will take 2 of their flow meter, 2 of their chakra points, and we'll gain a chakra point. Extremely, extremely strong. Like, wow, to say the least. And what's cool about it is if we actually command grab them again, we don't gain the chakra point, but it's still like the same properties. We still take 2 flow meter from them, and we still take 2 chakra points from them. Very strong. Let's take a look at supers. I am actually going to do the level 7 first. I want to look at the hitbox on it. Solid range, and people cannot jump on you. Just remember that. Like, if you have that and somebody jumps, they're cooked. Like, it's bad business for them. And if you haven't seen the move, here we go. Very beautiful animation, and it does a lot of damage. So more often than not, if you do it in a combo, it's really gonna hurt, and it's probably gonna kill. So definitely figure out some solid combos with it and add it to the game plan. Let's look at the level 4. This is the install super. This is the avatar state. It has a hitbox on it, so we can combo into it and from it. We'll showcase that later. Obviously, it puts us into the avatar state, and we'll discuss that very shortly. And note that that move is not invincible. So if somebody is throwing out a button and you try to throw your super out, you are getting hit. Like, it's just inevitable. So be mindful of that. So if you are in the avatar state and you have 4 chakra points, you actually get access to another super. And it's definitely very good. Very, very good. 240 damage for it. And during combo, the scaling isn't too bad. So a lot of times people be like, is this combo actually going to kill? Yeah, it is. So definitely use it if you have the resources to use it. All right, let's discuss the avatar cycle, because this is arguably Korra's most important mechanic, and it's very synonymous with the avatar state. That's why I chose to wait to talk about this, but let's get into it. The avatar cycle, if you look below Korra's picture, you see the 4 elements. And when Korra starts to do certain moves, lands these moves, the elements light up. And if we complete the avatar cycle, all the elements light up. Now, what does that mean? That means we get access to empowered moves. And what do those empowered moves do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at 236. Normally 236 is a projectile that you can flow under and is smaller. When you're empowered, this is much bigger than what we've been using. And this turns into a mid. You cannot flow underneath this, you will get hit. And since it's empowered, our follow-ups are as well. You see, this gets more hits and they're doing more damage. And then also with the C follow-up, they stay in this encasing longer, so we can do something like this and get a combo. So very nice. All right, 236C. This actually wall bounces now, so if we're in specific places like this, we get a combo. If we look at 214, this move gets more hit stun, so now we can get a combo off of it. Both versions. Now, empowered, look at that flame pillar. This is way more treacherous than it was before. Doing this, you're going to get a lot of hits. People underestimate the range of that all the time. And of course, just like the other versions, we can combo. Nothing new. Then we got our DP. Our DP just gets more hits. It still will lose to crouching. You have to be mindful of that, but we get some more damage on it. So let's look at J214. Light version, B version, right? Now, I'm sure you just saw something pretty interesting. Like, this will knock down, this leaves them standing. So if we Tiger Knee, we get a combo. J214C. You see that flame pillar increases, and you know we still get our combo, right? Now what's interesting about this is normal, right? We can't combo that. But when we're empowered, we get a combo. Now with the empowered moves, our frame data doesn't really change too much like on block. There are some significant ones though, like our B follow-up from the 236. This is now -4 instead of being -8. So this is safe. This is a very good tool now. And you see the chip on that. That is very good chip damage. And then if we look at our C follow-up, this is +4 now. So we get a guaranteed 5M frame trap every single time. So very, very good options now. So we've talked about the avatar cycle. We've talked about empower moves. Let's talk about the avatar state. Now to get into the avatar state, again, we have to spend our 4 chakra points, right? Now, if you notice the bar at the bottom, this is what it looks like when you're in the avatar state. Your bar is going to tick down and you have a very limited amount of time in the avatar state. What's cool about this though is while you're here, you have unlimited access to empower moves. While you're in this, you can just go crazy. Until this meter runs out, you are the avatar. So take full advantage of that while you're in it. Now, there is another way to go into the avatar state. If you have below 25% life, Korra will automatically go into the avatar state. It is one of her unique mechanics. It is called Light in the Dark, and it only activates at 25% life or lower. Now, you see that bar? That is a very, very limited amount of time that you actually have access to the avatar state. So be mindful of that, and it is always going to activate every round at 25% or less. Every round. The thing to note about this is you may want to do a combo, or you may want to just wake up and do the avatar state or whatever, right? What's going to happen is if you are in that state, you will get her other super and you will be sitting there looking stupid. It just happens to the best of us. It is what it is, but just keep that in mind. I know the bar looks a little crazy at the bottom, but if you are in the avatar state, Light in the Dark still will activate under these conditions. So in the avatar state, we get access to empower moves, right? We know this, but we also get access to our air dash. So we don't have to do all of this to do it anymore. We can just do it straight up. And now we have access to do things like this. Nasty. Another thing with the avatar state is our flow special moves. Remember, we have our command grab, we have our J214 flow in the air, right? Instead of actually using chakra points, now it uses the avatar gauge to do these moves. So we don't have to just expend all of our chakra points to do these moves. But we are expending our time in the avatar state. So you have to be mindful of this. So you're going to be in the avatar state like this, time ticking down. You go for a command grab. Look how much that takes away from you. 2 command grabs, I'm done. I have nothing else in the avatar state. So just be mindful of that, but just remember you now have more access to these moves. All right, so we've discussed a lot, we've learned a lot, and now it's time for us to pick a variation. And truth be told, you can do no wrong with Korra's variations. They all are strong in their own way. It truly just depends on whatever type of player you want to be and what type of gameplay you want. So with that being said, if you've watched any of my gameplay, you know that I play Rava. Like, that's my variation to the T. I've been playing this since the alpha. And what does Rava give us? Well, if we go into the avatar state and we look at our bar at the bottom, That bar is not moving at all. We have complete control over the avatar state. We choose when we leave this variation. This variation is incredible because we always have access to empowered moves. We just have to spend our 4 chakra points to do it, and it's not hard to get chakra points in this game. 1 round, you're pretty much good to go. So when we use special moves though, that's when our gauge starts to deplete. So we just choose what we do, and that just determines how long we have in the avatar state. And it's just my personal like favorite, just because I like having access to all the empowered moves all the time. Like having more access to that is just a preference for me. It just opens up damage for me, etc., etc. But Korra does great damage no matter what variation you play. It's just my personal preference. So let's look at Tom Rock because he's pretty interesting. So on the avatar path techniques, which are our EX follow-ups, he allows Korra to use less flow and they do more damage. Also, during the avatar assault, you use less flow, and during the dropkick, you use less flow. Now, if you look during the assault, we don't have that wall bounce anymore, and that's because you can press buttons outside of that now and get some different combos. So do with that what you will. But let's look at the EX moves. So you see that 227, that move does like 205 or 203, something like that. That goes from 200 to 250. And then we got this right here. You can flow cancel that. So you could do, if I could hit it, bam, something like that. Get the drop kick after. Crazy combo. So Tom Rock is actually a pretty solid variation. It's not one that I personally play. I really have like only played it probably max maybe 3 times. I was gonna say less than a handful, which it is, but it's just not personally for me. But it is still very strong. It's actually considered the second best variation, so not a bad choice. Now let's talk about Naga, because Naga is something special. Naga allows Korra to cancel her flow moves into each other for less meter than all the other variations. So she can do something like this. That's all 1 bar, which is crazy. And what is actually the most important thing with this variation, we see the flow moves, right? Naga allows Korra to cancel her flow moves into her buttons. So Korra will be able to dash up, dash back, etc., etc., and be able to press buttons a lot sooner than the other variations. So this allows her to apply so much more pressure. It allows her to punish more things. It's just, it takes her to another level. That is why this is widely considered the best variation. You get crazier combos on some things. It's just, it turns her up. So this is considered the best variation. Rava is probably 3rd, honestly, but it's debatable. I think Rava and Tom Rock are tied for 2nd, and then this is undoubtedly the best variation. But again, you can do no wrong picking any of them, so feel free to do whatever works for you. So look guys, we've learned it all, we've discussed it all. The only thing to do now is discuss possible game plans. Again, this character has everything, so do what feels right to you. But in my personal opinion, if you want to just kind of like limit things and not like overly micromanage or anything like that, try to think of Korra as having 2 play styles. 1, rush down, the other, space control. Rush down, we're going to stay in people's faces, we're going to use our buttons, we're going to throw We're going to command grab. We're going to use our plus frames, everything like that, right? Then when it comes to space control, we're going to make people make mistakes. We're going to shimmy. We're going to play at ranges where we can just poke people. We're going to do all types of things. We're just going to control space, play neutral, and excel at that, because we can excel at that as the avatar. Just try to be able to be open to switching up your play style. Like if something isn't working, like if one of them isn't working, try the other. Try different aspects of them, like blend them together. You know, just mix up your gameplay and try to figure things out. Just take it step by step though, because Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's going to take a bit to fully understand how to play the character in all the ways that you want to play the character. But again, try to just focus on rush down and space control and alternating between the two, and definitely make sure you are using your movement for both of those. Like it's going to take things to the next level for you, I guarantee it. All right, so closing this out, I'm going to just leave you with some combos. It's going to be like beginner friendly stuff, and then I'm going to just go crazy, swag it out, and you can figure it out from there. I do hope the guide helps you. I try to break down everything as much as I could. If I missed anything, let me know. And if you have any questions about anything, just let me know, and we'll discuss it. We'll chop it up, and we'll figure things out and just keep building with each other. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Much love to you all. I hope y'all take it easy. Peace.